what's great about Greg Watson is that he's played quarterback. Now we've got him at receiver pretty much full time now. So he's a guy that's a great competitor and wants to do things right. It was an advantage being at quarterback because he learned this offense in the big picture scheme of things. So when he runs the routes, we're trying to get every single receiver to understand what everybody else does and how he fits in. Greg came into the position knowing that already. So that was a big advantage. He's dropped weight like we've asked. He's gotten much stronger. He's faster. He's got better body control now. And he understands kind of how that body control can help him run his routes and get separation. He's really come on and competed really well. And the thing about Greg Watson, I think, that I like the best is that Greg on scrimmage day is going to show up. I mean, he's going to be the guy that makes the tough catch, goes after that ball and leaves his feet. That's just the way he competes. You know, and not that he doesn't compete in practice. I think he just takes it another step when you get into game situations.
Along that lines, you know, in the scrimmage, he made that big third down catch. Yesterday, he had the big catch up the middle, the diving one in the afternoon practice. What's he got to do? You know, does that translate well into games? We saw a little bit in the Hawaii Bowl of him doing that, but you see him as a big playmaker, come games.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think that in games, he's a guy that understands to be in the right place. He understands that for the quarterback, it's important for him to be in the right place. And again, he's gonna do the extra things you have to do to be in position to make the big play. Because I think partly because he is a savvy player, but also because he's a real fierce competitor. I think he's one of our most fierce competitors in the receiver group that I coach anyway.
Okay. Talk about, I guess, some of the other guys. Jaron McClendon's coming along pretty well. How's his development, man?
Jaron is coming there. You know, he's 6'8", and a lot of times he plays at 6'8". We don't want him to play at 6'8". You know, this is a game where the lower pad level wins, and so, he's a little rusty in the run game, but he certainly has courage. It's not one of those deals where sometimes you get a guy in that isn't willing to hit. He's willing to come off and hit you. We just got to keep working with pad level and base and those kinds of things. But he's, for this stage in camp, he's doing well, and we're pushing him really hard to get to the next level, and he wants to, so we'll get there.
Okay. And then lastly, what about Dylan Root? Seems like his ball skills and his running has really developed in his time. Talk about his camp a little bit.
Dylan's done a real nice job. We've got both Greg and him playing both inside receiver positions. Now, in some ways it's the same on both sides, in other ways it's not. So there's some subtleties that you got to know to be able to play both. And both of them have been in this offense now long enough that they can do both. Dylan has very good speed. He was a former running back. He's physical at the break points, which is what we want. We want to be able to be physical with defenders when they're trying to be physical with us. And he has a big play capacity that we've got to get out of him. We haven't seen it as much as we'd expect to see it, but I mean, the good thing about Dylan is he's going to work hard. He's going to get better every practice. And he's getting a lot of reps this fall, and we've had some guys bind up with some leg problems, whether it was a hammy or a groin, whatever. He's kind of worked his way through that. He was the one that kind of stayed out and kept working the whole time. So we expect big things out of Dylan Root. Him and Greg are I think, going to be stalwarts inside for us, and guys that we're going to be able to move pretty much anywhere as we work our way through the season.
Okay. Great. Thank you, Coach.